Hi guys, thank you again for tuning in, and if you're new to this channel, please remember to subscribe. And in today's video, as I promised in the previous video, I was going to tell you 10 things that I love most about my job as a camp admin. If you don't know, I work right where I live. Yeah, so I work in the same place that I live. So yeah, so let me go to point number 1, or maybe point number 10. So point number 10 is the fact that I need less preparation time in the morning because I work just across to where I live. So even if I wake up 30 minutes into the time that my shift is supposed to start, I still get to the office maybe even 2 minutes before my shift can start. And also it means that I can get a lot of things done. I can do some studies maybe for 30 minutes or 1 hour, and I can also get my workout done at least every day for 30 to 45 minutes. Because before I used to work in old airport area, and it meant that I had to be up by at least 5:30 and be out of the room by 6:30 and then be at work by 7. So you see that there's a lot of time that I used to spend on the road and stuff like that, but now that is no longer an issue. So point number 9 is the fact that my boss is not always around. In the previous office where I used to work there in the old airport, there used to be all these big bosses coming in and out of the office, and you know how that feels like. Most of the time you have to freeze or to be very careful with what you're doing. It doesn't mean that I'm not careful with what I'm doing now, but it just means that you feel a lot free. You have some freedom to make your own to use your own sense of judgment, or to just do things, to be responsible for yourself. You don't feel like you're being micromanaged. You don't feel like you need to work under supervision. You program yourself. You learn to be almost like your own boss, which is a very good thing, and I think it's good even for career development. So that's something else that I like about working here right now here at the camp. Number 8 is the fact that I wear a uniform to work. It's not mandatory, but I do have a uniform, and if I choose to wear a uniform the whole week, then it's fine. And that means that I don't have to think much about what to wear and what not to wear, or what I'll wear tomorrow. No, I just need to iron my uniform and put it on, and I am good to go. So yeah, that's something good. Of course, today I'm not wearing uniform because my uniform is in the washer as we speak. Somehow I forgot to do it, like when I was off duty. I was busy doing some other stuff. Point number 7 is the fact that as I mentioned, the schedule can be crazy, and sometimes we have to work around the clock. There are times that we have done like shifts running from 5 a.m. to almost like 11 p.m. in the night. Crazy, especially during the times that the COVID-19 cases were rising high and people had to be picked up by ambulance and stuff like that. It was crazy. We had to work a lot of extra hours, but on the plus side, the extra hours get compensated, and that's no longer, it doesn't become an issue at the end of the month when I get that SMS that my salary has come in. I can see the difference, the very big difference, and it's a big plus. I mean, we are here to make money anyway, and if you get an opportunity to make some few extra bucks, then of course that is something that I do love about working here. Because where I used to work previously, there was no compensation like for overtime. We didn't used to work during holidays, and our shifts were strictly like, if you start at 7, you finish at 4. When 4:30, when it's 4:30, you stop. Whatever you are doing, just stop. You continue from there the following day. Like, you don't take work home. Work doesn't follow you home. But here, work will always follow you. Have like a duty mobile that you have to walk around with all the time, even if you're going out to the market, because anyone can call anytime. People can be stuck, people can need your assistance here and there, so you always have to be available. which can be crazy sometimes because you can get phone calls in the middle of the night about this, about that, about those. I remember one time I just finished my shift, maybe around 10, 11, something. So I was sleeping, and then I just had like somebody coming up the stairs, and I got a little bit scared, like, oh my god, who is that coming to my room in the middle of the night? And then before I knew it, the door like just swung open, whoop, and I was like frozen, like, oh my god, I'm being attacked. Something that doesn't even happen around here, but I think because I was woken up from my sleep, I got a little bit scared. And then the security was standing, the security lady was standing like in the middle of my room saying, hey, I've been trying to call you, your phone is not going through, there is an emergency and I need you, so get dressed and follow me. Like, oh my god, you know, you are in the middle of this very sweet dream, and then that happens. So of course duty calls, and such times at such times as those, you have to just forgo your sleep and go and attend to whatever needs to be taken care of, because of course even our security team cannot do anything or attend to any emergency without the presence of one of our admin office staff. So yeah, that's a challenge, but on the brighter side, it gets compensated, so everyone wins. The other thing is that I'm dealing with people. I get to interact with people a lot and get to solve their problems, get to give them advice, get to do some counseling services for people, and the satisfaction that it brings to have helped somebody resolve their issue when they just say, thank you very much, you really helped me, I don't know how I would have gotten around this and that. So that is something that I love about my job working here, is that I get to help people with their problems, help people with whatever, but it's very satisfying to be able to give something rather than receiving. On the other side, where I used to work, I used to interact mostly with papers and mostly with just the system, the computer, but here there is a lot of human interaction, which it helps you to learn to, interact and to deal with different kinds of people. You get to understand how people think, how people react to certain circumstances, and you just become a very good problem solver. So I think working here has really helped to sharpen my problem solving skills, my critical thinking skills. I'm talking as if I'm I'm on an interview, but yeah, that is something that is very true. And that said, another point is that I have learned to be very, very patient. You don't know how crazy it is to deal with ladies, and most of us will always just act like children. So you learn to be very, very patient, very understanding, to lower your tone, to be a very good listener, because if you're going to solve any problem and you don't have very good listening skills, then you're going nowhere. So yeah, and also the fact that the other thing is the fact that I can literally just come back to my villa over my 1 hour lunch break and even cook from scratch, because sometimes maybe in the evening I didn't get time to prepare anything, or maybe I finished whatever I had during dinner time and I don't have food for lunch. Then I can come and maybe just cook some rice and some stew very quickly. 1 hour is a lot of time to cook and to eat, and that is something that I can do. Where I was working previously, that was not possible. Like if I forgot to carry my lunch, or if I forgot to bring my breakfast, then it would mean that I would have to order from outside, which is an extra expenditure, and you just get to eat junk. But here you can maintain healthy eating because you're cooking yourself. Most of the time you're cooking yourself, so the opportunities for eating junk are very, very less, which means I am able to maintain a healthier lifestyle. So yeah, that's something else that I enjoy about working here. And that said, also like a very big opportunity to save money, because the more you're going out, the more you get an opportunity to go into a market or to go into a mall, or to where you're getting like access to whatever, maybe a vending machine or whatever. Then you get to spend more every day on things that you don't really need. But since I'm working here, and even the shop right now, the shop is closed. You have to call to get an order delivered. Most of the time, maybe you only get to spend money once a week on very essential items. Otherwise, you just forget about it. So that is a very good thing. If you remember very well, from the beginning of the year, I was really focused on like bringing down my expenditure and just trying to save more, which is something that I have kept up to this end. We're on the 7th month, and I think I've been doing great on that department. And thanks to COVID-19 and the lockdown, it has made that doing that even a lot easier than it would have been. And last but not least, I don't know if I've given you 10 points. I've just been throwing them here and there, but working here, as I told you, like our team is a very, very important, and our impact is felt across the board, like and that is just very good, because it is by working here that I got recognized, that my skills, my capabilities got recognized by, you know, the bigger mudirs, let me say that, and I was taken to the higher office. So when you work here, because you get to interact with all these big managers over phone calls, emails, and you know, they will see how you're responding to issues, they will see how you're doing this, you're doing that, you're doing those, and they can really see your potential, and that is another opportunity. Like, it gives you that opportunity for growth, and I can say that for myself, that is something very, very good. Otherwise, on the other side, I was a little bit like, all these other people are big mudirs, and I was a little bit lower there, you know. But here, you're like the mudir. Like, everyone is looking up to you. If they think, oh, they think, oh, Angela should know about this, Angela should know about that. So you have all the information, and people are really depending on you. Big people, big bosses are really depending on you to give proper information, which, I mean, that is very good for job satisfaction. So I know that, yeah, I miss my 2 days off that I used to have on the other side. I miss the fact that I would get like even 5 days to sleep during holidays, like our Eid holidays and stuff. But I wouldn't change that right now for anything, because then I get compensated monetarily. Like, if I work extra hours, then I know that extra bucks in my pocket. With this economy right now, it's a very good thing. So I thank God, because we always don't see the brighter side of an opportunity, but God is always 2 steps ahead of us, and He knows what we desire, He knows what is ahead of us, and He will put us exactly where we need to be. And I believe I am exactly where God wanted me to be, for a very good reason. And the fact that I really have been able to help a lot of people, even during this crisis period, people that needed to like get to work, you know, people who are willing to put themselves out there and work in the quarantine areas, and they would come to me, and they would ask for advice to, what do you think, should I take it, should I not take it? Right now they are really thanking me. They are saying, thank you, because of your advice I took that opportunity, and now I'm getting to earn almost double my basic, and I am getting to work in this period when other people are not working. So I've been able to help people where I am right now more than I would ever have where I was working before. And that is something that also just gives me joy, when people come and say thank you. And people will always say, Angela, thank you so much, God bless you, God bless you, God bless you, God bless you. Trust me, those blessings do not go just like that. They really translate into something. So thank you guys again for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. I just wanted to share that part of my life. I'm not going to tell you like why I don't like working here. I told you, okay, there are challenges, but then you see the opportunity in those challenges, or the brighter side of those challenges. So those challenges all have brighter sides. So I would say the pros outweigh the cons of working here, and I've learned to deal with it or to live with it, and it's fine. And thank you guys, you are my family. I just get to sit here and share some bits and pieces of my life with you. Thank you so for your support, and if you haven't subscribed, please remember to do so. And now I need to get ready for my afternoon shift. I'll see you on another video. Bye.